I'm in Wakefield on a perishingly cold morning, and I've come in response to this letter. I do get them as well as emails. This one comes from an 11-year-old girl called Lottie, and it's all about her 9-year-old friend Amelia. Hope she's in. Not going to school. Hello. Are you Lottie? You wrote me a letter. Why did you write it to me?
Because I've got a friend called Amelia, and I think that she should have a nice parent.
Is she a good friend?
Yeah.
I think you're a good friend to her.
Lottie and her mum, Kathy, have known Amelia and her family for over 6 years.
Do you remember this letter? Can you read me this letter? Tell me what you wrote. There you are.
My name is Lottie, and I am 11 years old. I have a friend called Amelia, and she is 9 years old. Amelia has cerebral palsy and is in a wheelchair. She is very funny and is always making me laugh. Sometimes Amelia has to stay at home if she is unwell, but Amelia really likes being outside, so it would be really great if she had a nice garden to enjoy.
How did the friendship happen with Amelia?
Amelia came briefly to Lottie's school, and Lottie used to come home and tell me about this girl Amelia, and just became friends ever since.
Lottie lives just around the corner from Amelia and her mum, Shabnam. I think it's time we paid them a visit.
Hello. Hello. How are you? I'm glad you're good. Oh. So it is. You're well. And how's Amelia?
She's good, thank
you. Lottie called me in to see what we could do for you and Amelia. She's a good friend, isn't she?
She's...
Don't you think she's all special?
Right. And this is Amelia.
Hello, Amelia. How are you? Can I sit on the edge of the bed and say hello? I was told about your smile, how wonderful it was.
Do a big smile.
That's the one, that's a good one.
When I first met Amelia, I thought she was amazing because she had a big smile on her face, so instantly I thought I just wanted to be friends with her.
Amelia had a bit of a stormy arrival into the world. She had the umbilical cord wrapped around her neck 5 times. All her organs were failed and she wasn't breathing at the time. She had to be resuscitated 5 times, but she's a fighter.
Amelia's birth injury resulted in her developing cerebral palsy, a condition that affects the brain's ability to function. As a result, she needs 24-hour care.
Shabnam is amazing. Her life just runs around Amelia, and it's just amazing what she does. I never think I could be as brave as Shabnam. She's just a wonderful woman. But I think with having something in the garden that Amelia can enjoy because she loves being outside, I think it would just make a huge difference in their life.
Gosh, well, there's a sitting here in a ramp, but it doesn't actually go to anything very exciting, does it?
I'm afraid. No, we've never got around to doing the garden for her, I'm afraid. We're just constantly in hospital, which obviously doesn't help.
Can you get any time off at all yourself, or is it just constantly you just have to be here?
It's very difficult to step away. During the night, Amelia won't settle with anyone. She's very sick through the night.
So this is going to open up a world for her.
It definitely will. It's just good for her.
So come on
the pressure. Just something that she can really enjoy. She absolutely loves swings. She loves plants, flowers. She loves the touch and the smell. That would be heaven. And just somewhere that we can sit and just relax.
Would you like some more? You can just chill a bit as well.
My priority is Amelia. I just want everything perfect for Amelia.
We'll wave our horticultural magic wand and we'll make somewhere that's lovely for you and Amelia so they can both be down here.
It's going to have to be rather a big wand, but I'm determined to sprinkle some fairy tale magic on this ordinary-looking plot. Some escapism for Amelia and her mum on their own doorstep. And while Francis Tophill, Danny Clark and the contractors remove all traces of the existing garden,
There you go, Danny.
Thank you, Francis.
I'm searching for inspiration for the new one.
In a quiet, secluded village just outside Leeds, hidden behind these trees, is a secret garden that's packed full of ideas.
York Gate is a 1-acre plot divided into several smaller gardens, each of them like something from the pages of a children's book.
When you're making a garden that's a series of different rooms, it's best if you can change the mood when you go from one room to another. Here, from a productive kitchen garden into a little bit of seemingly tropical paradise, packed full of succulents. Now, Amelia can't travel very much, and that means with lots of different small gardens in her one, we can bring the world to her.
Giant hedges give one room an Alice in Wonderland feel, while in another, a curved path flanked by giant ferns suggests a secret fairy tale garden reclaimed by nature.
At every turn, it's the plants that give this garden its atmosphere. Use the right plant combinations, and you can make a garden truly magical.
Perhaps this garden's most intriguing feature are the carefully topiarised hedges. They give the garden an enclosed, secret feel, as well as encouraging you to explore.
Hiding parts of the garden from view will encourage Amelia to explore. Here at York Gate, they've done it with a conifer trained along a wall and high hedges. You can also do it with shrubs and trees, anything that makes people feel just a little bit nosy.
Another key feature are the structures. Here, they're like ruins in some faraway land.
Adding fun to a garden is vital, and a folly is a great way of adding fun. A building or a ruin that has absolutely no use whatsoever, but it does make you smile. I reckon putting a folly in Amelia's garden will give it a fairy tale ending.
This feeling of a hidden, magical garden is a style I'd love to capture in my new design.
What I'm anxious that this garden should do for Amelia and her mum is allow them to travel without going very far, so that when they come down this ramp from the back of the house, they go down a winding path of sandstone that's smooth and will allow really easy wheelchair access. The S-shaped path will lead to a large circular lawn. I'll get Francis there to create an Alice in Wonderland world surrounded by lollipops of Portuguese laurel on stalks that they can see through, so they're tantalised by the view beyond. On the other side of the path, another circular area, somewhere for Shabnam to sit, but also with a calming water feature that Amelia will really enjoy. I'll get Danny to do that, along with a play area. I'll take charge of the folly that's going to go right across the garden, something that you're going under and around to give you that sense of travel. I want a bed there that will be full of plants that Amelia will enjoy touching or listening to or brushing past, fragrance and tactility. This is a magical fairy tale garden to take Amelia into another world and to take her mum, Shabnam, along with her.
With a combination of practical and fun features flanked by sensory planting, this secret garden will be a wonderland to enjoy and make magical memories.
Obviously, when you're designing a garden, you can draw it on paper and it looks lovely. But when you actually get on the ground, you need to make sure everything fits, everything works in the space. I want 3 distinct zones throughout the garden, which I'm marking out. Now, the first one is here. This is going to be Danny's play area. and it's going to be a circle. So for a circle, simply stick a stick in the ground, put a string over that, and then sweep that round. That will create a perfect circle. There we go.
This new play area flanks one side of what will be a sweeping S-shaped path.
For Amelia, this access is absolutely crucial because before it's been difficult for her to use the garden. You know, the thing I like about it is that they are big slabs.
Absolutely, it just doesn't look quite as busy using the bigger flags. Yeah, it flows quite.
So there's less lines, isn't there?
Absolutely.
Would you be able to give me a hand bringing these trees through, please?
Yep. On the other side of the path, a second lawn area will be surrounded by 5 lollipop laurel trees.
Yeah. I think visually that will look nice.
Positioning them is relatively easy, but planting them needs a bit of careful thought.
And the first thing to note is that the hole is big. It's wide, but it's not too deep. So the idea is it's at least a third the width of the root ball, but you definitely don't want to bury it too deeply. So the same level of compost in the pot will be absolutely fine. If you mix the soil that you're filling in with some nicer soil, that encourages the roots out, but also gets them used to the clay so that when they hit that clay, they'll just keep on growing. It needs a really good water. Water is key to establishing trees. For the first year at least, you'll need to make sure they don't fully dry out or have too long a period of drought. And after a year, you shouldn't need to water it. The rain should do everything for you. There we go. 1 down. 4 more to go.
Just down a bit. How's it going on?
Good. We're making progress. It's all sort of zoned.
Yeah.
Play areas coming on. I've even got some trees in. You'll be pleased to know.
Really? That's good news.
To further evoke that classic secret garden feel, as well as the Portugal laurels, I'm planning to add some other statuesque specimens.
The next door neighbours have been so good letting us store our plants in their garden, so that now when you come in here, as you will in Amelia's garden, you get this romantic fairy tale feeling when you enter. Coming through here is like coming out the back of the wardrobe in The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe into Narnia with these wonderful blue spruces which will arc round a corner of the garden. And this is the centrepiece of the garden, a glorious weeping blue Mount Atlas cedar, like the one that was trained along the wall at York Gate. This is so fairy tale in itself.
A key focal point in my new design is the folly, which is already bringing an enchanted feel to the middle of the garden.
We've got these lovely arched windows because with this whole fairy tale theme, it's a bit like Sleeping Beauty's castle, isn't it, or what's left of it. We've got arched windows, we've got wonderful Cotswold stone between them, and an arch round this way to pass through. It joins together different parts of the garden, and it just creates the most gloriously romantic atmosphere.
You can buy follies like this in kit form, and depending on the space you have, you can go from a simple arch like ours right up to the entrance to a Gothic castle.
These old buildings always have these chunky bits on the corners of sawn stone. They're known as coins. And Lee, we've got a kind of ruined, broken coin. It's actually manufactured as a breaker one, isn't it? Yeah, it's like that. So if that goes there, and then we have a bit of Cotswold stone in front of it, on sort of on there. Yes, if it's, and it really is piecing it together how you just think it looks pleasing and broken down. A bit like me, really, on this. Yeah, that's good.
The foundations of our classic fairy tale garden are emerging from the rubble. According to Mum Shabnam, Amelia loves swings, so it's a must-have in our new garden for her in Wakefield.
One of the zones I'm creating for Amelia is a play area. So I'm doing a circular lawn, and this swing is going to fit perfectly into it.
Oh, Alan, it's been a nightmare. An absolute nightmare. All those 4 pages just to put this together.
I'm afraid so.
Well, you got it there. I'll have to get it in and get it planted and somehow sort of make it look a bit more secret gardeny than it is.
Yeah, I've got an idea for that, Alan.
This way, then.
Do you know I'm getting a bit cramped in one of my arms?
Come on, Danny, manner.
Right.
We're for a bit. Come on, here's the shortcut.
Okay, go on then. You carry on. So you got 2 lights to negotiate.
Shall we just try it from here, Danny?
There we go. Thank you. Yeah, we got it. That's a base that I'll land on them set, people. Jot this dish.
It is a bit overpowering at the moment, isn't it?
The next challenge is to disguise it, and Danny has a plan.
What do you think, Alan?
What, up that leg?
Up that leg, I reckon.
I think it'll work really well. Yeah, if you can take it off its cane and just twine it round and train it in, that'll be lovely. Okay. It'll really make it look so it's an enchanted swing rather than something made of steel.
Yeah. Great thing about this honeysuckle, it has a long flowering season. It will go from spring to autumn. It's also an evergreen, so it will give interest all year round. This is a kiwi plant, but you know, it's fabulous for this structure because it would climb over it beautifully. Now, all you need to do with this to encourage flowering is give it a gentle chop in the winter, and it will flower its socks off the following season.
I think it's time we started sprucing up a bit. Can we bring these blue spruces in?
To add to the feeling of enclosure, I want to cloak the boundary of the garden in green, but it's fair to say that Shabnam's garage isn't quite in keeping with the look.
When you gaze on Pebble Dash, you don't instantly think, ooh, secret garden. No, when Shabnam's got a lot of equipment stored in there, so the thing to do is to keep it, but to screen it from the rest of the garden. Here, in this bed, we'll do an arc of those blue spruces, gradually decreasing in size, and then suddenly the garage will shrink, it will disappear behind this screen, clematis up the corner. You won't know it's there, but Shabnam can still use it. So if we get those over, guys, we'll start with the smaller ones at this end. So that goes almost right on the corner, in a little bit. So if we have a taller one here, I'm arranging these so that they go in ever-increasing height, and that way we screen the garage and we have a pleasing line. It takes you up and you soar away above it visually. I've given them just enough space to grow a bit, but I do want them to interweave, so we end up with this secret forest of Narnia on the way to the garage.
Filling the garden with foliage will bring some childlike wonder to this classic secret garden. In Wakefield, my focus has shifted to the heart of the garden.
This folly, the arched windows and the Gothic arch here, they're very striking, they're very beautiful, but they sort of stick out in the middle of the garden. The joy now, the exciting bit, is to envelop them with plants and flowers and make them a part of the garden.
Step 1 is to use a statement tree to soften the entrance.
Don't go on the edge. Just there.
Well, there.
Yep.
That's it.
There, that's lovely, isn't it?
That looks so good.
Am I allowed to move now?
You're allowed to move that into the home now. Cheers. Well, there you go. You're there. Well, that's probably it. I think it's there. Yeah, that's perfect. It's just coming towards the back. Look at that. There you are. Aren't you glad to be out of that pot?
Step 2 involves planting the beds around the structure.
So this white-flowered jasmine will fit beautifully, I hope, in this corner. I'll be able to... I'm not going to train these stems over it so much as let them scramble. I'll cut back this framework a bit once I've got it in, and it will really look then as though it's beginning to take over. The key is to get the balance right between the amount of plant foliage and the amount of architecture so that you get something which enhances each other. And suddenly, you can see the magic. I've just put it there, and already it's starting to say, hello, Archway, I'm your friend. I know I've got a bit of imagination, but nice, isn't it? What we'll also get from it, too, is lovely fragrance. When more flowers open on this, the scent of these white blooms, as they cascade across and over the ruin, will just fill you with this wonderful sense of happiness and relaxation.
I'm keen for this garden to excite all of Amelia's senses, so having made the swing magically disappear, Danny and the boys' next trick is to create a water feature on the edge of the play area.
Now, whatever garden you have, harmony is important. Repetition is important. So you've got the Cotswold stone on the folly and this locally mined stone here. You might think I'm painting this stonework, but I'm not. I'm just brushing away the loose cement just to finish it off. And just look at that. How cool does that look?
Having broken the back of the hard landscaping, the hidden world we're trying to create for Amelia and her mum is starting to emerge. Up until now, Shabnam has had to carry Amelia out into the garden if she wanted to get out here. Now she can come under her own steam right the way round. The areas are smooth. There are plants which will encourage her out. What I hope we're doing is opening up a whole new world for her. Come here. Let me open the room.
Who's the one right in front of my face?
Are you there?
Thank you very much.
Who's you? We're in Wakefield, creating an enchanted secret garden for Amelia and her mum Shabnam.
In my opinion, there is nothing more magical in a garden than making it a welcoming space for wildlife, where you can watch it interacting and really enjoy the incredible nature that we have at our fingertips when we garden. But to make an extra specially magical nature station, I have found this. This is a second-hand doll's house, which my plan is to turn it into a bird feeder of sorts. What I'm doing here, which feels destructive, is taking out some of the windows because different birds are different sizes. And by having some areas that have small holes and some areas that have big holes, it allows different species to use this space. The smaller ones will be safe inside here, and the bigger ones will be able to access where they may not otherwise, and still be safe as they're hidden inside the structure from birds of prey, cats, dogs, foxes. That looks really sweet. There's a growing craze in gardening to provide for wildlife, and it's crucially important because they have less and less habitat out in the wider countryside. So as gardeners, putting things like nesting box and feeding boxes in the garden really gives wildlife a helping hand that it so very badly needs.
Having clothed the Gothic arch in warm fragrance, my next task is to heighten the sensory experience with tactile plants. Just at the foot of the arch here, I've got one of my favourite silver foliage plants. This is Artemisia Powys Castle. Again, it's aromatic. Related to wormwood. So it's quite pungent, but it's just a different fragrance, and it's a very good inhaler if you've got blocked nostrils. But look at that delightful filigree foliage, and up against this stonework, it really will contrast well. Having come through the archway, I've got Eleagnus quicksilver, but then we're into what I'm calling the petting border, which is a bit like a petting zoo, but with plants. The lavender there, Amelia and Shabnam will scent as they brush past. And then this lovely little Stipa tenuissima, this feathery grass, just cries out to be brushed with your hand. Tall and spiky and quite rough. Verbena, catmint over here. Lovely elephant's ears. Evergreen foliage in winter. Again, that's smooth and large, so all the while, right the way through the year, there will be something here to interest and to drown. If you fold that top down, it'll go sideways through the arch. That's it. It was Amelia's friend Lottie who first wrote to me to ask for our help with the garden, so I thought it'd be lovely to have something from her as a finishing touch. So Lottie, it's your fault that we're here, because you recommended Amelia and Shabnam for a garden. What sort of things do you think we ought to give her?
She likes nice centre stuff and like nice colours.
We've got colour, we've got scent. We're trying to make an enchanted secret garden, so that when Amelia and Shabnam go out there, it's kind of, they feel they've entered a different world. So these, I think, are great. Do you know about these? Do you know what they are? You don't know what they are? These are fairy portals, fairy doorways. And we're making them out of little pieces of timber and bits of gravel and leaves and shells. And these are where the fairies come in and out of your gardens through these doors. So if we cut these off to make them fit, there's some glue in there. Put some glue on the back of that. That's one bit done. Then we'll do another one on there. Okay. What do you think it is about gardens then that
that are so special?
Like the noises outside that you don't get inside, like the birds and the trees and happy.
Yeah. So it does lift your spirits. Well, look, I'm going to leave the making of these fairy doorways in your hands. Can you crack on with these while I go back on and get on with the garden? I'll see you in a bit. All right. Bye.
A few enchanted finishing touches, and our fairy tale garden for a wonderful little girl and her amazing mum is done.
We set out to make an enchanted fairy tale garden. Have we succeeded?
It's amazing.
And it's nice to be in this peaceful garden and relax.
Shall we let them come back?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, come on, let's stay out of the way.
Before we arrived, this garden was an inaccessible blank space that was off limits. With nothing to excite or even appeal to Amelia or her mum Shabnam. Now they'll discover a secret fairy tale world full of intrigue and delights for all their senses. A smooth, accessible pathway leads through the magnificent arches of a folly fit for a princess. Danny's play area with swing and a wishing well style water feature, all designed to have plenty of fun. And the semicircular seating is a comfy spot to take in the magic of the space. In Francis's relaxation area, Shabnam and Amelia can lie back and enjoy being surrounded by nature, while magnificent trees and sensory planting transport them to a magical land. For more information on how we built this garden, go to itv.com/Alan. Open your eyes.
Oh my God.
This is your fairy tale secret garden.
This garden is amazing.
There's a little bowl on there for your butterflies to drink from.
We're going to go find some butterflies.
Is it all right?
It's more than all right.
And if you look round there, that's where you have your picnics.
God, Sonny, you can look at that. They're going to have a picnic with all your friends and cousins.
Lots of things this border show them to touch and smell, so it's a sort of sensory border.
Can you smell it? It's lavender, look. Should I just pick it? Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
And if you look down on the floor, Amelia, there are some little fairy doorways.
Amazing. Oh, look at that. It's a dolly house.
Come and have a look in here. As you can sit down there,
That's amazing.
while Amelia is on her swing.
Is that amazing? Do you want it faster? Because Amelia likes fast things, don't you?
So the idea is that Amelia's there, and you're there, and you're in your garden.
Lovely, isn't it? It's like our little paradise.
So will it make a difference?
It's going to make a magnificent difference. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Thank you seems quite insignificant words to express how much it all means to us. It means that Amelia can get out and enjoy the outdoors. We can't thank you enough.
You're very, very welcome.
As Lottie was instrumental in getting this garden for her friend Amelia, she should see it for herself. What do you think?
Wow.
Amelia, look. It's your friend. It's Lottie. Are you going to let Lottie go on that swing, Amelia? Yes. Yes.
Sometimes words aren't enough to express appreciation. Sometimes all it needs is a smile to show that something's made a difference. Amelia's not been out here before. Well, not as comfortably as she is now. Hopefully she and Shabnam will have many happy hours, days, weeks and years out here in their enchanted secret garden. She's happy. Till the next time I love your garden. Bye-bye.